Looks like James is cooking. If he's ready, let me know if you're ready. I think you can hear me.
Pause.
What's going on?
What's going on? Yeah, I didn't know. Oh, I thought I was on already. I was like, yeah, I was cooking. I was just waiting to go on.
Oh, yeah, no, I was watching you chop it up. I wasn't sure what you were doing. For a second, I thought you were trying to position everything, and then I noticed the knife.
Yeah, no, I was cooking up some sweet potatoes real quick.
Cooking up some sweet potatoes. Nice, nice. How you doing this evening?
Doing good. Just got out of practice. Had a good wrestling sparring day.
Do we got any news? Do we know anything? What's next for James?
Nothing yet. We had something for CFFC against some Brazilian dude, and they said no. So we're looking. JJ will find me a fight soon. So I'm actually wrestling this weekend at Greater Southwest just to do some sort of competition.
Are you having to cut weight for that?
Not really. I'm gonna do 197 and there's a 3 pound allowance. And I'm gonna do 220 too. I think I'm gonna double bracket. But I walk around like 205, maybe 210, but I've been a little lighter this week. I'm like 205 right now. So I gotta get to 200. It's a 5 pound cut. That's not even a cut.
When was the last time you wrestled?
Last time I wrestled a tournament was US Open. I wrestled at heavyweight, and that's when I placed at heavyweight at the US Open. I was in I was maybe 2019, 2018, 2019.
Oh, so you excited? Something like you're getting back to like something you hadn't done in a while.
Yeah, yeah. It was like people were talking about it. We should compete. I'm like, yeah, I'm down. I'm gonna do it. I don't have a fight coming up, and I just want to compete. So it'll be fun. I'm ready to put the shoes back on.
What are you thinking about this weekend's fights? UFC is back in Vegas. It's UFC 326. And actually, I finally did write it down. Before we bring that up, I did write it down. You went 9-2 for UFC 324, according to what I listened to, and you went 10-3 at UFC 325. So we're looking at 19-5 so far for the year.
Damn, that sounds pretty good. Not bad, not bad. I did give a lock of the week for UFC 325 though, and it was Fiziev lost, but I did make money that night because I bet big on Volk. I was like, there's no way Volk loses this one.
No, but I was in Florida sitting there watching that one and just thinking, I knew there was something about Rufy being able to pull it together. I didn't know how much changing teams would benefit him, and all of a sudden his boxing looked to be a whole lot crisper.
He just hits hard too. I mean, Fiziev was doing well. I thought he won the first, and it was a competitive fight. But freaking Rufy just hits hard. He needed one. That's all he needed.
What do you think about this weekend, just in general, looking at the card?
In general, it's a lot of wide lines, but a lot of wide lines that I think might cover. There's a couple dogs I like too. Let me make this bigger. If I close this out, could you still see me or no?
I'm not sure, and I'm not sure if you can see. I think I was able to open the
Oh,
DraftKings
sweet. There it
Sportsbook.
is. There it is.
So I did
Yeah,
open that. I think I'm able to show us the main card and the title fight. So I'm not sure if you can see it from
I can
what I'm
see it.
showing.
I can see it. Yeah, I zoomed in. Nice. I don't have the laptop today, so.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, not a big surprise to many people. I think that actually the gap's closed a little bit, only minus 230 now in the main event. Go the opposite way this week. Max
Opposite way.
Holloway, Charles Oliveira. I think that it's going to be pretty surprising upset if we see Oliveira beat Holloway.
Yeah, I think Max is still that good. I'm gonna take Max this week. I might do a big bet on Max. I think he looks good and clears and covers his price here. Not no slight to Oliveira because I mean you can't slight Oliveira ever. He's one of the best. But I just think Max gets it done. He just keeps looking better and better.
I think that there's something to the Ilya loss came from having put on the size to go up to lightweight and then cutting all that muscle back down to featherweight. So I think his body is now in a position where he's ready to be a lightweight. And we saw in the Gaethje fight, he flourishes now at 155.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's a grown man at 55. He's big for 55. He was huge at 45, and I think he's filled out and big enough for 55. I think Charles grappling's always scary, and his wrestling's looked really good. When he out grappled Gamrot and out wrestled Gamrot that easy, that impressed me. That surprised me a lot. But I still think Max is good enough to stay away from the danger and piece him up on the feet pretty badly.
And the incredible thing about Max is outside of Volk, he's able to control the distance and pepper you with so many punches that guys don't even have that opportunity to really get that entry going to get to his legs for us to really see his takedown defense be tested. You're eating too many shots.
That is true. Ilya took him down, but he got right back up. But Ilya is also a really good wrestler.
We're talking about a world class wrestler. I just feel like there's a difference in those takedowns, even though it's much improved. I'd go out on the limb and say it has to be something like a flying knee, an elbow weirdly in the clinch. It has to be something dynamic for Oliveira to hurt Max to probably catch him in a sub to get the victory here.
It's hard to hurt Max too. It's damn hard. I mean, Ilya's the only one to do it, and that dude's got power for days. Yeah, I think it's a good spot for Max. I think he wins this one. I think it's a fun fight, and I think there'll be a couple scary moments because that's how Charles fights. But I think Max gets it done here. I don't mind the price. I mean, it'd be better if it was even odds, but I mean, it's priced that way for a reason.
I am way more confident in Max than I am in Caio Bahalio, but Caio Bahalio coming in at as a minus 298, excuse me, almost 300 to the plus 240 of the former 1-2 division champion and Rainier de Ritter, two guys that are known for their grappling.
Yeah, this line is wide. I think Cal wins. I don't think I'm gonna bet him at that price, but I think he wins. That price is just it's I don't think it's worth it to bet that money line. And I don't think he gets it inside the distance either. And I hate betting a decision prop. So that might be one I stay away from. I'm picking Cal Barajo, but RDR, he could just do his Homer Simpson thing in there and just get it done. Those freaking long knees to the body. I just think Cal's footwork, he'll stay away and jab him up at range. And we saw his cardio tested last time in DeRitters. I know he had some stuff he said for that against Brendan Allen, but Barajo gets it done. But I do not like the price, and I don't think I'll be betting that fight.
I don't like the price. You get minus on the unders and on the point spread. I think that Caio's the better athlete and he has more tools, so he should be able to get this victory. If you see DeRitter gets the win, it's going to be one of those fights where I think Caio's just shaking his head at the end like, how did I let this get away from me?
Yeah, well, RDR's huge for middleweight too. That's what people forget. When he was in there, he looks huge. His fight with Whitaker really impressed me. That was a damn good fight. I know Whitaker's a little past his prime, but he's still damn good.
If there was one of them going to 205 after that fight, I thought it would have been RDR, not Whitaker saying I'm moving up.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy to me because I mean he fought at welterweight.
Coming off the Ultimate Fighter Nation season, I think he won it at won it at middleweight, dropped down to welterweight, and yeah, now all-time middleweight, but he's never been a big middleweight.
No, he's not a big middleweight. He's fast and just stays on the outside. Good kicks, got jab from anywhere.
I think the betting line has actually come down a bit since I did a show earlier today, since I did MMA After Hours. Rob Font is a plus 180 dog to the minus 218 favorite Raul Rosas. Are you jumping up and down to bet on Rob Font like people were when I saw it at
Oh yeah.
plus 300 earlier today?
I wish I could have got it at that line, but I'm still taking Font. That I think this is priced opposite. I mean, if Rosas takes him down and happens to sub him early, yeah, whatever. Who celebrate? But if it gets extended, I don't think he has the cardio. I don't think he has the experience to. And Font's good. Font's good at saying. I mean, they say gatekeeper is a bad thing, but I think if you're able to be a gatekeeper in the UFC, that's damn good. You beat dudes that are up and coming, and I mean, he was right there in top 5 forever. Is he still top 5 or?
Rob Font still in the rankings. I did this earlier today, so I should know. I believe that we are looking at Font is number 13, and Rosas, I believe, had fallen out of the rankings after being gone with injury for the last year. But I believe he was like 15, and Font was like 8 maybe when they originally made this fight.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking Font all day here.
That one is the interesting one. The year away, we know the potential. We know that the UFC has loved Raul, but this feels like a little much where outside of David Martinez, they're nearly Hall of Fame names that have beat Rob Font.
Yeah, yeah. And David Martinez looks good too. That's the thing.
Gregory Rodriguez, Bruno Ferreira, They are two dynamically different body types, both Brazilians, both thumpers. Bruno, plus 164 underdog. RoboCop at minus 198. He always feels like a guy to me that when you read out his accolades, the Brazilian jiu-jitsu, the wrestling, you've seen the knockouts like with Jack Hermanson. He feels like he has everything and then sometimes just doesn't put it together.
Yeah, I think he gets it done here. Ferreira has looked bad lately, I think, and his body looks less in shape. And I know he knocked him out last time, and it's weird betting on someone who's a 2-1 favorite getting knocked out. But I think I like RoboCop here, and I don't think that's too pricey.
Had a 3-fight win streak coming in overall, outpointed Marvin Vittori actually in his last fight. So
Such a weird fight. I think Vittori's cooked, but
that's why it's what do you take away from that one? It wasn't the most inspiring performance, but as you said, did Vittori have enough less in the gas tank to really push? On the prelim side, at least we're just looking at how DraftKings has it.
yeah,
Cody Garbrandt, Long Yao. I long for what Cody Garbrandt used to look like.
yeah, I think he's still fast enough. He looked all right against Hani Barcelos, and Barcelos is obviously damn good. We'll take a minute. Dude, do you see who we get matched up with? Montel Jackson. He deserved a way bigger fight for the streak he's on.
Barcelo's barely getting a nip at the bottom of the division where I think they feel that they've seen enough from Jackson. Barcelos is like in his mid 30s, so I think they're just real hesitant to ever commit to him.
Yeah, I know, but damn, he deserved a bigger fight than that. He's fun, and he looks like 50, but he's a badass. Yeah, but I think I'll probably take Cody as a dog here. I don't think the other guy's that great or nothing. Cody's way past his prime, hasn't looked great, but I don't think he looked too terrible against Hani Barcelos.
There's something to having experience, but you almost have to have the right kind of experience. And that's what I worry about with a guy like Long Zhao, who been around the South Korean MMA scene forever. How much is that valuable experience versus how much is that where you were in a lot of fights? You know what I mean? A
Yeah.
27-10 record. He's well rounded. I've heard he's durable, but you've lost to competition that we're never going to see at this level. So that gives me concerns where this is a matchup that Garbrandt should be able to win.
Yeah, and I don't even think Garbrandt has a terrible chin either. I think it's his defense. If his chin in the air is worse. He's been hit hard by a lot of tough dudes. I think I'm going to take a small dog shot on Cody here.
Small dog shot on Cody Garbrandt. Ricky Tercios, as I'm looking at it, versus Alberto Montez. Tercios minus 160. I mean, excuse me,
Sergio's
plus
plus, yeah,
160. And it's a minus 190 for Alberto Montez. I believe this is Montez's debut in the
debut.
UFC.
He had one contender series fight, an Anaconda second round, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, and I've heard that he is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a black belt in Taekwondo, and yeah, Doris and Anacondas are kind of his go-to on the ground.
Yeah. Ugh, I don't know. This one, I'm probably going to bet Tercio small, nothing crazy, but I just want to see him get tested first, and this might be the time to fade him. I don't know if he's that great. And Tercios is solid, well rounded. He's good everywhere. He's not like a crazy athlete or nothing, but he's good everywhere.
Tercios has been interesting. He got the runway off of winning the Ultimate Fighter. So you kind of felt, what are they going to do to build him? And then he's had injuries. He's had inability to get going. And then his performances just haven't looked like indicative of somebody that's growing, that's doing more in the training room to expand his skills. It kind of looks like a guy that keeps going to the well in the same fashion.
Yeah, I feel that. He's I just don't know how good this other dude is, and the line's kind of wide for me.
Line is kind of wide on that one, but he is taking Tercios. We got Cody Duran versus Ninam Jargel Tudembarel, who comes in as a minus one. Yeah, easy for me to say. A minus 135 favorite to the plus 114 dog. That's Durden. I heard that Tudem Dumbrell, there is some potential with him, and Durden will experience, which is, as we said, a strong suit, we kind of know that he is a beatable fighter.
Yeah, but Durden's good, man. I'm gonna take another underdog here, so at least if 2 of 3 hit, will be good. But I like Durden here. I think he's battle tested, good. I mean, he was whooping the shit out of Bruno Silva until he got caught. He looked good, and I mean, I feel like that happens in a lot of his fights. He looks really good till he doesn't. But but I still think he's good. He's a good wrestler. Good. His boxing's gotten a lot better, and he'll bite down and swing.
If he keeps this one standing, he has the advantage. Tudor Burrell, wrestling, judo, sambo listed on his bio, and he's an aggressive submission hunter. So we obviously know he's going to be looking to take that one to the ground.
Yeah, I like Durden's defensive wrestling too, especially at that weight class. Real scrambly guys. I'm gonna take Durden. I like Durden here.
So I was wondering this. This is a card where you already feel like you're kind of liking the dogs.
Yeah, I guess so. Seems like it.
We keep going with guys in the lighter weight classes, 125. Sumadarchi, always willing to stand, trade, and bang, taking on Jesus Aguilar. And I believe as I look at my notes, Aguilar is something like 7 wins by submission.
Yeah, I think Sumerdaji is good enough to get this one done. I like him here. So no dog, no not 4 dogs in a row, I guess.
I kind of like him. I don't know. Sumadarchi has been inconsistent, and
He
at least
is
Aguilar, one of his 2 losses is Tyra. So you got out grappled by like the
one
top
of the
grappler
best
in the division.
grapplers. Yeah, yeah. I think Sumerdaji's still good here. I think he's got enough skill, and I still think he's could improve from fight to fight.
All right, I'm gonna have to remember this one for later. This is gonna be the roofie Fazeev from last time, the one that we
I'm
disagreed
not
on.
as confident, but I still like it.
I don't know. I'm taking a pretty good sized dog on that one.
Nice.
Featherweight Gaston Bolanos, Ji Yoon Lee. If nothing else, this will be entertaining. They are both strikers. From what I've heard, Lee, very technical, very composed striker. Gaston Bolanos, beautiful spinning back elbows. His holes are mostly in the grappling realm. So this is a fight that says fireworks.
That's gonna be a fun fight. This is another one that's like, ugh, do you want to pay freaking minus 278 for Lee? I think he might get it done, but he'll go in there and put his chin up in the air and throw too. Yeah, this one I'm not confident. I may take another dog shot here, but I'm just gun to my head. I'll take the dog shot, but if I was just picking picks, I'll take Lee to win.
So we'll write down Lee as your picks, and we'll ask you if you made money on that one next week or not.
Sounds good. Yeah, write them down in my picks, and then we'll see if I bet against my pick or not because the odds.
Lucas Fernandez, Rodolfo Bellato. We get a prospect at 205 pounds, and he's a minus 230 favorite to the plus 190 dog. Fernandez, I heard that his name is bipolar and that is for his fighting style, from that he can go to aggressive to backing off and being composed in an instant.
Oh, I didn't know that. I watched his Contender Series fight. He looks pretty decent. I think Bellato kind of sucks. He's got all the physical tools, but I think he'll quit when you give him the chance.
15-second knockout, a CFFC title. You know the weight of one of those. It's a pretty good resume starting out for Fernandez.
Yeah, I think Fernandez gets it done. I think the UFC's kind of sick of Bellato too.
I don't want to get too excited about Fernandez, but we just need prospects at 205 pounds. So
Yeah,
I
I think.
want him to be one.
Yeah, definitely do.
Dante Johnson, I think he gets the crown this week as we're going to
Biggest
scroll
favorite on the
right back
card.
up. Biggest betting favorite on the card. It's a minus 600 to the plus 440 Cody Brundage. And the bigger question that we probably both have is, how have we only done this 3 times and this is the second time you're going to bet against Cody Brundage?
I was gonna say I can't believe I'm saying this, but those odds are insane. I don't know if I'll bet Brundage, but Dante Johnson's not proven at all. But this is probably one I'll stay away from. I don't like it. Dante Johnson, we know nothing about him. He's a little bit of fights. I watch his Contender Series fight, but I mean he's got power, and Brundage likes to get hit and quit. But those odds are kind of wild. I mean Brundage could always win by DQ,
Johnson, in that last effort, we saw him utilize some grappling. I think that was against the Decris Dumas. He even put Dumas on his back. And we did see the cardio issues that I think you would be concerned with a heavily muscled guy like that. But he managed to lay in the fight,
I forgot that
at
was
least
an
still
ugly
chugging.
fight.
So I have a little bit more, respect for him, and I feel a little bit better. But this is a fight where Brundage could put a less experienced guy on his back and just kind of gas him. That is a concern.
That is true. Brunner isn't a bad wrestler either. He just, I don't know. If he gets in trouble, he always likes to find a way out. But I just don't like betting this fight because I don't like ever betting Cody Brundage, and I think I'm not gonna bet a minus 600 favorite. Like that's just dumb.
Well, as I'm torturing you and I'm keeping track of your picks, do you want Johnson or Brundage?
For picks, we'll take Johnson.
Okay, we'll go with the easy one on that
We'll
one. We're
go.
not putting money.
We'll go out on a limb and take the minus 600 favorite as a pick.
Don't bet that one, people. That is not the bet. Do not do it. Pull up on that one. Rafael Tobias, as it's listed at light heavyweight, is a minus 205 favorite to Dayar Nungaze, who is the plus 170 dog. And if you don't remember Dayar, he is the guy that has the nervous tick of the twitch with his eye. So immediately he was like patting at his eye in his debut to where you thought maybe he got poked or hit.
Why do I not remember that? Yeah, I looked at these guys, and honestly, I don't know too much about either of these guys, so I can't. For the first time, I'm completely stumped on them. I was also busy at work. Busy at work
Tobias
all day, and
Brazilian.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, Tobias
No,
Brazilian, just a bit more of a favorite.
yeah, yeah. This one, I'm not gonna bet anything because I don't know anything. I'll just be shooting blind. Yeah, I normally like to go look in, especially when I do these picks and go over everything. This is just off. I haven't even looked at I looked at the card earlier in the week before you even messaged me, but I haven't. I was busy and in practice, and I just got home, I showered, and was starting dinner. So I do not have a pick for this one because I do not know.
That's fine. We'll leave one in a void. That one not getting picked on either way. We're gonna leave that one alone. Brandon Moreno last weekend and Loney Kavanaugh. What was your reaction?
I bet Loney Kavanaugh. So that was I thought he would handle. I think Moreno was more on a decline. At flyweight, it's hard to stay at the top. That getting older, upper weight classes like heavyweight, light heavy, middle, you could be old and stick around for a while. But the first thing to go is your speed. The last thing to go is your power.
Moreno had beat Albazi and Urseg before that Tyra fight. I was shocked about the fall off, but from the moment they announced the Asum Alabaya fight, I didn't like the date. I didn't like the quick turnaround off of a bad performance, having to go in elevation in a place that's emotionally charged where you feel all that pressure that the show is riding on your shoulders.
Yeah. Yeah, Loney is just good too. I mean, he has the best base for MMA. He got knocked out by Charles Johnson. Look at Josh Van. Just
So fast, that blitzing in and out style. I almost question his power and his ruthless efficiency watching some of his earlier fights where I was wondering, does he have that pop on it, or was he more, not to be disparaging, but like David Martinez, where Martinez landed a lot on Cheeto and you were like, it doesn't look like it though.
Yeah. I think he'll get exposed soon against one of the top level guys. He's got a fun I don't know, it's kind of fun, kind of not. He's good. He's really good, but yeah, I bet Loney Kavanaugh last week. I ended up like I broke like even on bets because I did some other props and stuff. But I also bet Cheeto as a dog. But yeah, the main event I got right though.
From someone that knows the world of combat sports, what was your reaction also to seeing, and I've brought it up a few times tonight, Oleksandr Usyk is going to fight Rico Verhoeven?
Yeah, like what? Isn't there other boxing contenders to fight? Like,
I'm glad to see it. It wasn't Logan Paul, I guess, or Canelo Alvarez.
I
or
guess,
something.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
At least it wasn't that bullshit. Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't have that one on my bingo card for the year when he said, "Hey, I'm going to go box." I kind of thought that we'd see Rico Verhoeven on some random card, not randomly outdoor in front of the pyramids of Giza with the world heavyweight champion across from him.
Have odds releasing that? Because he's probably like minus 3,000. Usyk.
Let's see, actually. Rico versus Usyk odds. Quick Google search. Oh, yeah. Usyk is minus 2,500 to minus 3,000.
That was pretty close.
Rico for plus 1,000.
Yeah. If that means if you bet $100 on him, you lose $100.
At least it's still only $100, but you're dreaming. I could win 1,000. I could win 1,000. He just needs to land one big punch. Tyson Fury couldn't land one big punch.
Yeah. Usyk's one of the best, but I don't know why he's fighting him. Like, there's could be boxing is boxing sometimes.
The light heavyweight title is vacant. Yuri versus Olberg is interesting.
That's a fun one.
And the fact that we're getting Alex versus John, I tentatively say it sounds like, fingers crossed, because if you say it too loud, I feel like we got a knock on wood. This is all exciting.
Oh, it's all pretty exciting, yeah. I like Yuri in that fight. I don't even know the odds, but I think Yuri's just one of my favorites to watch in the UFC.
I wonder if he turned a corner or if he just hit a fuck it button when he knocked out Khalil. If it came together and he learned something, if not, because playing the long distance game like he was doing against Khalil, he was getting eaten up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Carlos is so good at long distance. It's a tricky fight.
It's a tricky fight, but Yuri was trying to like work his head movement and distance and forms. Like, dude, that's not how you fight. Just go in there and jump and do random shit and you knock people out. He's good at what he does. It's controlled chaos. I don't even know if it's controlled or it's just chaos.
I think he's just a tsunami. He doesn't even know what he's doing. It's a little more uncontrolled and just kind of winging stuff out there.
Yeah, he's just got a will to win too. Like the Glover fight, that one was fun.
The Glover fight was fun. Getting that rear naked choke in the last second. He's had this Khalil. There is that true samurai warrior, never say die spirit from you.
Yeah, for sure. And he could eat a punch too. He's got a chin. It's just Pereira was such a bad matchup because Pereira hits hard.
He hits so hard and he's able to take away that leg so quickly and put Yuri at a place where he couldn't explode. And his explosiveness with those dynamic angles at how he attacks, I feel like is his best, like, surprising attack.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I know Oberg's on a good run and he's good, but I think Yuri will get it done. I don't even know the odds on that fight, but that'll be a fun fight regardless. Because Yuri's not in a boring fight.
Yuri's never in a boring fight. That card is an embarrassment of riches after looking at what was announced this weekend. Still, everything's live and free on Paramount Plus. I don't know if we're going to look back and say that this card measured up, at least so far, in the face value of what we've seen from these other pay-per-views this year.
Yeah, the other numbered ones are pretty damn good. We'll see if this lives up to the hype. It's not a real title, but it's still a super fun fight. So,
any chance that you think Max Holloway jumps the apple cart and gets a world title shot with the win here?
55. Who's it? Oh, I mean, Armand's punching people on the side, so it seems like Dana don't like him very much, but he can. But I just think that would be kind of a useless fight again. We've already seen it. I mean, Ilya, Max. I think he could sit out and maybe wait and get one, or maybe one more. I don't know. I mean, there's always a chance. You never know. Diego Lopez got a title shot off one win after getting dismantled and got dismantled again. So you never know.
And we have all kinds of confusion at 45 now as to what's going to happen next. Hopefully in London, we get that clarified between Lerone Murphy and Mosar Evilov. At lightweight, I could see a scenario after this. Maybe Max sits out and they finally do Ilya versus Gaethje, and then Max gets the winner after that.
Yeah, true. But you can't skip Armand. He's the second best lightweight for sure. That's insane.
You could say that, but then he's also punching people at Real American Freestyle.
With the RAF events. Hey, that brought some good eyes to wrestling. That was kind of cool.
I think they already have it booked for a grappling match.
I saw that. They do.
Rematch. Armin's staying busy with his side quests like he's running around. This is GTA.
His life is GTA. That dude's loaded.
So you're right, but I think there's a real commercial network kind of back channels that Max Holloway has been keeping pay-per-views afloat right now, and Armin Saryukian's the troublemaker. I could see them, for better or worse, icing him, whether it's deserved or not, for a little bit longer.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, it's just they would be easy skip him for sure. They would if Ilya wouldn't have knocked Max out already. But I just think with that, it would hold him back. Like no one wants to see that. Everyone wants to see fresh matchup, and I think it's the best matchup you can make in a division. Arman Ilya is a good fight.
When you read $15 million to Connor Ben from Zuffa Boxing for one fight, what do you think?
That's a lot of money. I want some of those.
Are we talking to James the boxer now instead of James the MMA fighter?
No. Working my boxing a lot, but no. I'll never be a pro boxer, pro fighter. I like to elbow and take people down and choke people out too much.
It's crazy to see these numbers thrown around in the fight game, though, now.
Pretty insane. I mean, money's there, the revenue's there, and they got the big backers and donors. I know. Good for the fighters. That's good for the boxers. Hell yeah. Make your money.
Have you been watching? Have you been betting? Have you been indulging in Zuffa Boxing?
Not as much. I'll watch some stuff when it's on, but I wouldn't say I'm as invested. But it's still fun. I watch any combat sports when they're on. I'm
It's gonna be a
excited
fun
for
weekend, everybody. Power Slap, BKFC, there's Zuffa Boxing, there's UFC 326, and we just got our bets and picks from James Romero.
All right. Let's have another good week, guys.
We will check with you very soon, sir. You have a good one.
Right on. Have a good one, Micah.
James Romero joining us again tonight. His bets, his